Alright, I think that is good. Let that light settle in. YouTube, what is going on? It is your boy Keezy. It ain't easy being Keezy, and today we're gonna be talking about M+RC. And as of last weekend, M+RC had a pop-up shop in Los Angeles. We're gonna be talking about that today, so let's get it. Alright, so this past weekend, I had a chance to go to the pop-up of M+RC. To tell you the truth, I had no idea that it was happening. I didn't follow them on Instagram. What I was doing, I was on La Brea Avenue, either South La Brea or West La Brea, whatever's that parallel street to Fairfax in Los Angeles. The e-bikes cruising down the street, I was checking out Stussy, Union, at Undefeated, Self Edge with Selvage Denim and all that kind of stuff. And I was just checking out the stores and I was riding. And then all of a sudden I saw on the outside, I saw like this blue window film on the outside and it just said M+RC across it. And I was like, oh shit, they have a store here. And I had no idea, so I walked inside. And the minute I walked inside, it was really small. There wasn't much in there, and I was just kind of like wondering why it was so small. And I thought maybe they just opened up. I don't really know. Again, I was not in tune with that it being a pop-up. In fact, I didn't even know it was a pop-up all the way up until walking up to the counter, and I was asking him, and I said, "Hey, is this your only store in the West Coast?" And the guy just looked at me. He's like, "No, this is a pop-up." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I knew that. I knew it was a pop-up. You didn't have to test me like that." But that's what it was. I ended up copping 2 t-shirts. I copped this one, kind of like more so a plain white t-shirt. No, these are not printed on Gilded. If anyone wants to know like a little bit of a backstory to M+RC, the actual name is M+RC. I think it's Noir. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm chopping that so hard. In fact, it's like Marché Noir. I think that's his name, the designer's name. I'm chopping that so hard. Quick side story to M+RC. I have bought only one item from them before. The brand is not very accessible. You're not gonna find it at Barney's. You're not gonna find it at Saks or Neiman or any of those stores like Nordstrom's or anything. To my knowledge, they're not really carried in your regular retail stores, and I think that's what makes them so attractive for customers. The biggest reason why I think that this brand has even popped off to begin with, other than the fact that many, you know, rappers have worn it, like Lil Yachty, I think Travis Scott and a couple others have rocked the brand, is that they are killing it in the market of exclusivity. And as we know, streetwear is really a combination of collaborations, exclusivity, and people that are considered hypebeasts. They play the game right, and what they do is that if you go on their website, you can't purchase off their website. You have to have a password. Where you get this password, I have no idea. Have I tried to look up the information to get the password? No, I don't really care that much. Also, their resale prices, depending on the item, is kind of high. Some of the bags can go for like double. Sometimes the t-shirts can go for like double on Grailed. I've seen it online. But not only do you need a password to get on their website, again, you can't buy it in store, so they don't have any storefront to my knowledge. Maybe they do now in somewhere in Europe. The only time I see it is at SneakerCon when people are rocking like the little fanny packs and stuff. And then also sometimes I see it at consignment stores. It seems to be floating around in the mantra of hypebeasts. They're marketing their product like perfectly. Other than aesthetic, they're doing a really good job of getting the product out there and still keeping like its exclusivity. And just to be real with you, like that's probably a big reason why I like it. But the only reason I don't own a lot of this brand is because one is the exclusivity, two, I can't try it on. I mean, if I go on Grilled and stuff, I would literally buy it and be stuck with it if it didn't fit. Don't have the password to the website. And also another big reason is that I have been looking for this brand to make a larger fanny pack. And to help better explain what I mean by a different size, like this right here is the only item I've ever bought from M+RC. Way too small. I'll give you a comparison. So you see this? This is an external battery pack, which technically it's a little bit bigger than your average external battery pack. Size comparison, this takes up a majority of space. It's not that thick either. So the minute I put this external battery pack in here, the whole thing is done. Maybe I could fit a wallet in there and some other like small items in there. You know, you just wish it was bigger. But that's not to say that they don't put quality into it. The strap here is definitely quality. And I also don't worry at all with this thing ripping apart or anything like that. You can tell even this buckle is a super beefy buckle as well. Quality stuff. It's just, again, too small. I mean, that's for the people that only want to carry around like a cell phone, maybe like a external battery pack and a wallet. Those bags make sense. But I think they need to start making bigger bags for people that want to put cameras and stuff in there, want to put laptops. Really, majority of their bags they're literally like little clutch bags for dudes, which in my opinion, at times can be a little bit feminine, but you know, that's just me. So I did happen to cop this other one here. This is the black one. I will say initially when you walk up to the t-shirt and you start feeling it, you're like, wait, is this Gildan? And then when you really start to mess around with it, you realize it's not Gildan. And also, it's hard to tell on camera, but this is also a black like vintage wash, which makes me feel as if spending the money on this was worth it. This brand t-shirt on Grailed, but a majority of the t-shirts that they make, their logos are just like a little bit too small. They'll have like M+RC, but it'll be like this tiny little 4-inch logo, or like on the chest or in the middle. And if I spend like 80 bucks or 70 bucks or 60 bucks on a t-shirt, like, I don't want the logos to be small. If I'm gonna rep that brand, like, I want to rep that brand. And when I went in there, they had this one with the huge logo on the back, whether it was on the front or the back, but it's really cool. They got a little bit of the text in the front as well. The only negative thing that I would say is that first day I pulled up, walked inside, I liked the t-shirt. I asked the employee and I was like, hey, can I try this on? And he was like, no, you can't try it on. And I'm like, dude, like, this is really stupid. You don't have like a sample t-shirt at least that I can try on in the back? And he's like, no, we don't have anything for you to try on. And I was in my head, I really just to get this off my chest, like, I really hate when brands do that. Like, I think it's really stupid. Like, you can't sacrifice sizes extra small to XXX or XXX for people to try on. Just one of them. So the first day I was like, you know what, forget this place. I like the graphic, I like the tee, but I don't like it enough for me to purchase it without knowing how it fits. So that night I went back to the hotel and I was like, wait, why don't I go back there with one of my t-shirts in my suitcase, and then I'll go back there and try to measure it up, which is what I did. Anyways, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am debating whether or not to sell these t-shirts in the future. I don't know, because I know a lot of people usually, you know, buy this brand and they resell it on Grailed. I do love the graphic, so it's not something that I'm like, you know, egging to sell or resell at the moment. But if you are interested, comment down below, let me know, or hit my email or Instagram and DM me and ask me how much I would be letting these go for. Mind you, at retail, these came out to like 65 bucks a piece, so not that cheap. But I can, you know, let it go for a reasonable, whatever the going or asking rate is, if you're serious about purchasing these t-shirts. So anyways, with that being said, make sure you guys and girls keep it locked right here for all your latest information from music, fashion, and culture. It is your boy, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Set up your Apple Pay, dude.